this eggplant parmesan out and let it cool down, and then we'll get it wrapped up to put in the freezer. Well, hello friends, and welcome back to the Hobby Homestead. If you're new here, my name's Heather. I ask that you hit that like and that subscribe button. So we're going to get working on some eggplant parmesan. So if you've never had eggplant parmesan, I advise that you try it, because that is one of my favorite things to make during the summertime when we get fresh eggplant in the garden. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my eggplant chopped up. We have already washed them. So we'll also have to get our ground beef browned. We'll just throw these in this pan for just a second. That way they're not in our way. And when I do this, I try to cut as close to the head as possible, or the stem, just because I like to have all my vegetable. I don't like to waste it. And I cut these pretty thin, not too thick. So we're going to go ahead and finish getting these cut up, and then next we'll get to browning our hamburger for the eggplant parmesan. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and get our hamburger browned up. And everybody has their own way of making eggplant parmesan that they like. To my meat, I'm going to add pepper, Italian seasoning, some smoked paprika, garlic powder, and just a little bit of salt. I'm going to go ahead and let this brown and let the flavors of all the seasonings get nice and incorporated into our meat. While this is browning, I'm going to go ahead and get my sauce ready and prepared so we can just get everything together when it's done. Alright, so now that we have our tomato sauce in our pan, we're getting our meat browned. I'm going to go ahead in my sauce, add black pepper, onion powder, Italian seasoning, and then some garlic powder. So after the meat browns, we will put it in our sauce, and we will let that simmer for about an hour before we get our eggplant pan put together and put in the oven. And these are freezer meals that we're making, but I'm just going ahead and getting them all cooked up. That way they just have to be heated up. Alrighty friends, so we got our meat and our marinara sauce, or our spaghetti sauce. So we're going to let this cook for about another 20 minutes. That way all of our flavors can get nice and incorporated. So after I did that, I got my cheeses put in the bowl. What I have in this bowl is Parmesan cheese, cheddar cheese, and then I have high temp cheese, which you can get at any of your local stores. All you got to do is go back to your meat department, ask them if they carry high temp cheese, or it makes us buy it by the gallon bag, which is no big deal because we go through it. Alrighty friends, so with my fresh rosemary, I just pull down this way. That way, all I'm left with is the rosemary. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that into my sauce. And then just throw away my stem. And then the same with my basil. I got fresh basil. Go ahead and throw the stem away. Then we'll go ahead and get that well incorporated and let that cook for a little bit. I love the taste of fresh rosemary and basil. Alrighty friends, so as you can see, I put some tomato sauce in the bottom of this pan. Then I did a layer of eggplant. Next I'm going to take this fresh sauce that we made and I'm going to put it over top of my eggplant. Some people fry their eggplant and I don't like fried food. But if you wanted to, you could fry your eggplant before you did this. It's just everybody has different ways they like it. Everybody's stomachs can handle it different. Then I'm going to take some of my cheese mixture. And you want to do a nice layer of cheese. And then another layer of your eggplant. And then some more sauce. And you just want to repeat the process. Usually I only get about 3 layers. And a lot of people only use one kind of cheese when they do it, but I use multiple. I'm going to get 3 layers again, which is perfect for our family. And I'll just untwist this on here. And then we'll go ahead and get this spread out and get the next layer of cheese on. So on top of this cheese layer, I am going to go ahead and sprinkle some more Italian seasoning. And then I am going to go ahead and lay some fresh basil on top. And then we're going to go ahead and put this in a 400-degree oven for about 40 minutes. So we are going to go ahead and take this eggplant parmesan out and let it cool down, and then we'll get it wrapped up to put in the freezer. So friends, I enjoy you being in my kitchen with me today. It's been awesome having you guys here. I enjoy you guys taking time out of your day to be with me and keep me company. I love to cook. I love to bake. So later on this week, I'll be back. But I'm going to let this cool. And then when this cools, I'm going to get it in my deep freeze. That way it's prepared for later on this month when the boys want it. So I thank you all for coming. If you would, hit that like and that subscribe button. May y'all have a blessed day. Bye, guys.